Hey guys, today we are discussing an important topic: how Black people can unite and better represent ourselves. Unity is key to empowerment, and we will explore actionable steps to achieve this. First, watch this video and I will share my thought later. Pay attention.
My question today is the diaspora of African Americans in America is, we're growing exponentially. And you named Barack Obama, you named Malcolm X, and I'm going to name you, Minister Louis Farrakhan. These are all, men, representations. As a people, sometimes we look to our representations and forget to represent ourselves. So we put all the energy, all the power, all the burden on the representation. And then when the representation, I don't like to say the word die, disappear, it's like, oh, what do we do now? Martin's dead. Who's the next representation? Oh, Malcolm's dead. Who's the next representation? So on and so forth. So as a people, how do we better represent ourselves and not always, shift the burden of representation always to a specific figure, except for unilaterally doing it as one people?
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
I got chills, brother. Our future is safe with men like you. I thank God for your question, and I thank God for you. I want to address the fear factor first. A liar will always fear the coming of truth. I want you to think about that. Because if those in positions of authority fear words that come out of my mouth, if those words are truth, what is there to fear from truth if you have told the truth?
All right.
What is there to fear from a man who teaches the truth if you have not lied and deceived the people, and you fear the truth from his mouth may wake them up to a great future in themselves? See, Jesus, I got to go back to Jesus now. The reason they feared him is because he spoke the truth.
Yes, sir.
And they were lying to the people. And that's why Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Well, if you are not free yet, who is benefiting from the ignorance that has enslaved our people? Somebody is benefiting,
Yes, sir.
from our ignorance. Now watch this. How much money came through the black community last year or this year? The economists say $1.1 trillion. That's a lot of money, brother. A lot. Don't you know that if 10% of $1.1 trillion stayed in our hands, that would be 100 billion, $100 million. What could we do? Think about it. With 100 billion. Somebody is making a killing off of our foolish spending of our wealth. The money comes in our community. It doesn't even circulate one time before it leaves. So if somebody's going to tell the truth and wake black people up to how rich they really are, their poverty is in their spirit and in their disunity. And that's why Jesus said, blessed, not are the poor, blessed are the poor in spirit. For what happens? For theirs is what? That's what they fear. That somebody's going to wake us up and we'll know that the kingdom is ours and we are going to have to prepare to build it. That's what they're afraid of, son. Now, I want to say this to you. No good leader who knows he or she is finite does not prepare a group to take over when he is gone, so that the principles, not the charisma, not the personality, but the principles that a good leader builds his life on, they don't belong to that leader. They belong to every human being who will get those principles, live by those principles. And that is why, coming back to Jesus, you say, well, man, why you keep mentioning Jesus and you a Muslim? That's a good question. There's not a Muslim in this room that does not believe in Jesus.
That's right.
There's 1,600,000,000 of us on the planet. And I can tell you, every Muslim believes in Jesus. You don't know Muhammad. So no, you can't believe in what you don't know. Nobody's telling you about Muhammad, but somebody taught us about Jesus. We grew up in the church, but our holy book, the Quran, mentions Jesus, the son of Mary, the Messiah. Wow. So how come you don't like Muslims if we love the man that you say you love, but you don't know or love the man that we love? It's because we know Jesus. We love Jesus. We know Abraham. We love Abraham. We know Muhammad. And we love Muhammad, because that's just one community of prophets. And every prophet, son, when they came, they put teachings and principles in others so that when they go, the work continues in the individuals. But here's what happened. You've heard of Marcus Garvey? Do you think that Marcus Garvey did not prepare for the day when he would no longer be here? Of course he did. Martin Luther King was a great brother. Look who was around him. There was Jesse. There was Abernathy. There was the Andrew Young. Just name them. They were his disciples. Now, many of you were not around when Dr. King was alive. What do you know about him? Oh, he said, I have a dream. Is that all? Is that all that Dr. King said? Why did they kill him? Because he was dreaming? They didn't kill him because he was a dreamer. They killed him because he was upsetting a status quo and infusing black people with courage to resist unjust laws.
Yes, sir.
But what happened after brother was assassinated? Ralph David Abernathy tried to continue the Poor People's March, but he wasn't as charismatic.
Right.
And what happened? Jesse went over here and formed Push. Brother
Abernathy.
Andrew Young became UN ambassador. Come on. They started offering us things that take us away from movement.
Right.
So when you go away from the movement dies. Reverend Al Sharpton, he's a brilliant man. I met him when he was just a teenager. Now, of course, he's on television. He has a regular show on MSNBC. So where's movement? Where's movement now? It's not there. It's not that Martin didn't leave people. It's not that Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad didn't leave people. They've reduced Martin Luther King to I Have a Dream.
That's right.
If you would go and look at that man's speeches and watch his evolutionary development, you would see that he was moving toward a goal, and just before he died, Harry Belafonte was with him, and he was in a very melancholy spirit. The rest of the disciples, they were enjoying themselves, and Harry Belafonte went to Dr. King and said, Dr. King, you know, why are you so melancholy? And according to Harry Belafonte, and other witnesses said the same, Martin Luther King said, I fear that I am integrating my people into a burning house.
Yes, sir.
So now, the great leader of civil rights, he's a dreamer. Malcolm, they reduced him to a slogan, by any means necessary. What did Malcolm teach that got him assassinated? See, Elijah Muhammad was Malcolm's teacher and my teacher.
That's right.
Elijah Muhammad is off the scene, but he's very present because he had a student
That's right.
that loved him enough to root myself in the principles that made him a great teacher and a great leader. You don't need to keep on looking to a man that's dead. But Jesus said it perfect. Boy, I keep coming back to the master.
Go ahead.
Listen to these words, brother. He was getting ready to go, and they were having their Last Supper. He knew he was about to be betrayed. And he told them, I go to my Father and you see me no more. But at that Last Supper, he took some bread. He had the loaf. The disciples had no bread. He broke the bread and gave it to each one of them. He said, eat this. In what?
Remembrance of me.
That's so beautiful. And likewise, after supper, he took the cup. And he said, this is my blood, boy, that I shed for the New Testament, for the kingdom. Drink this as oft as you can. In what? Remembrance of me. Now, if the book says man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God, then what was Jesus telling them? Here's my word. Feed on it in your heart. Boy, that's something. And when you feed on the word that I'm giving my life for, I will be in you. Oh, man. And then after supper, he took a cup. No man drinks blood. It's forbidden But blood is the life fluid of every living creature. What he was telling them is, if you follow my word and follow the life that I lived, my example, I will be with you to the end of the world. So you don't need to look for another leader. He's right inside you.
First, let's talk about building unity. Unity within the community is the foundation for progress. Start by creating and participating in community events that bring people together. Celebrate our culture, traditions, and shared history to strengthen our bonds. Encourage open dialogue about issues affecting the community. Addressing these topics head-on helps foster understanding and solidarity. Effective communication is crucial for unity. Here is how we can improve it. Utilize social media platforms, podcasts, and community forums to keep everyone informed and engaged, share positive news, and support each other's initiatives. Create and participate in networks that facilitate regular communications among community members. The more connected we are, the stronger we become. Supporting Black-owned businesses is a powerful way to unite and empower the community. Shop at Black-owned businesses, promote them on social media, and encourage others to do the same. This builds economic strength and fosters a sense of community. Attend and support business network events to connect with entrepreneurs and share resources. Together, we can build a thriving economic network. Education and mentorship are vital for the growth of our community. Support educational initiatives and membership programs that help Black youth and adults achieve their goals. Sharing knowledge and experience uplift the entire community. Encourage professionals to become mentors and role models. By investing in our education and skills, we pave the way for future generations. Political engagement is essential for representing our interests and making our voice heard. Vote in every election, support Black candidates, and stay informed about political issues. Advocacy and civic participation lead to meaningful change. Join or create advocacy groups that focus on policy affecting the Black community. Collective action amplifies our voices and demands attentions. Participate in cultural events and support Black artists, musicians, and performers. Sharing our stories and traditions strengthens our identity. Teach younger generations about our history and cultural contributions. Our heritage is a source of strength and inspiration. Strong communities are built on mutual support and shared goals. Develop community centers that offer resources like health clinics, educational programs, and recreational activities. These hubs become the heart of community life. Focus on mental and physical health, ensuring everyone has access to the care they need. Healthy individuals create a healthy community. And there you have it. By uniting and supporting each other in these ways, we can better represent ourselves and create lasting change. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.